South African National Taxi Council KZN Provincial Manager Sifiso Shangase joins us to expand on the conversation as we continue to keep a very close eye on the snow across the country, the impact it has on passengers, commuters and community members. A very good evening to you. Thank you for your time. A passenger travelling in a taxi from Johannesburg to KwaZulu-Natal died after the vehicle was stranded in heavy snow on the N3 highway in KwaZulu-Natal. What is your reaction to this?
Good evening to you, Mpo, as well as the listeners at home. Sandako in KZN would want to convey our condolences to the family members of the deceased. And this is very much a serious issue, which is very much concerning as well to all of us. We know very well that it's mismatch or something that is beyond our control. But what we've discovered is that currently the situation is trying to be normalized in the sense that the intervention from government whereby they are using tractors to remove the ice on the road so as to ensure that the roads are becoming accessible for emergency services as well and for individuals to be able then to get any kind of an assistance, especially those that could not be able then to reach that destinations due to the snow on the road itself.
Motorists have been warned that the conditions along the N3 toll route remain severe despite the current break in the snowfall. We know that visibility along that route is poor as cold and wet weather conditions continue. What does this mean for mobility in terms of the taxis that are perhaps heading there, because they have been advised, or motorists have been advised not to head in that direction?
Well, we are pleading with our drivers as well as the taxi operators to heed the call by government not to actually force ways, because this will put lives to danger, especially those who are commuters within those minibus taxis. We are definitely pleading that in places whereby it is being made mention that the roads are not safe to be utilized, can they then conform to that and then comply to those rules? Because if they try and then seek other alternative routes, those routes are not certain that probably they will be in a position to reach their destinations. We are then pleading to all the drivers as well as the minibus taxi operators to adhere to the notices that have been issued by government, especially here in KZN, because there are various routes that have been identified as dangerous where you cannot be able then to reach your destination. And we are saying we need to adhere to that. And we are pleading to the drivers to do as well as so. If they cannot be able then to move forward, can they wait with these other vehicles? They should not force ways so that they would probably be in a position to reach their respective destinations.
The risk does remain high for more snowfall and the formation of black ice as temperatures drop this evening as you and I talk. What is your approach to taxis traveling and perhaps the messaging internally when it comes to communication with taxi operators?
In the province of KwaZulu-Natal, what we have done, we always have a WhatsApp group for all the leaders within various regions. We've been in constant contact with different places. Like we have a region which is called Uthukela, and they have responded, which is the part that involves Ladysmith, Harrismith, and so forth and so on. They were telling us that the place is still icy. We also spoke to our colleagues from Underberg area. They were also telling us that the place is still icy as well, and the traveling is very sensitive, and people should not force vehicles then to travel in those areas. And we've been notifying the long distance associations to say, please do not use these routes, and the information that we've also obtained from government, we've been able then to convey to all our leaders through this platform so that we ensure that we save lives, and we should not have situations whereby individuals will force their ways. It's a pity that we had various vehicles that have been caught up within these icy areas, and there's this individual who died through hypothermia, but we are pleading with our members not to force their ways. But wherever there could be assistance, there are places where probably they are provided with tea as well as water where we could be able then to access them. We're also trying our level best then to talk to our members for that kind of an outreach.
We've also learnt of truck drivers fearing security may become a problem for the goods they are transporting. What are some of the biggest challenges drivers, taxi operators are expressing to you?
Well, the major concern is merely food as well as properties of the individuals that are within the minibus taxis, especially if they are pulling trailers. But other than that, if an individual is able then to adhere to the rules and regulations, I think they are able then to safeguard their own properties. And especially where there is snow, we don't foresee a possibility whereby there could be criminal activities, but we are not overlooking such a situation. But we are saying to them, at least if they could park along each other and then they protect the properties of theirs as well as the properties of the commuters and the vehicles themselves. And we are pleading with them then that in instances whereby you'd find that an individual had been coming from Joburg to KZN without any blankets because it was shiny that side, can they then share even the clothing so that we don't foresee a situation whereby people are dying of hypothermia or the cold is affecting them? And those that they probably deem as if they are going to incur challenges in terms of them being at the minibus taxis, they need to inform us so that we could be in a position then to request for emergency services to reach those minibus taxis which might have challenges.